Hi, hello everyone. So today is another video. I think it's been a while since I've done one of this because over the past week, I think there were just a lot of things happening. So I just want to give a bit of an update. So this week, fortunately, I've already finally done my lead magnet already, and also thanks to my wife who really helped me out with it. Yeah, she's a great designer, and when I showed to when I had my one-on-one coaching calls in a way with the program that I'm doing with Haley. So Christina, who's one of the program coordinators, I would say, or who's helping Haley out with the whole thing. She said that it was beautifully designed and it was very, very professional. So I'm really happy with that. I think there's just a few tweaks that I probably have to make with the whole lead magnet. But I think that like by this week or by next week, it should be like 100% ready. So really excited for that. Next thing is actually regarding the lead sequence, the email sequence. So for instance, once someone downloaded the lead magnet, for them to download it, they will have to give me the email, and then I would, probably send them some emails and all that. I do not want to make it spammy or anything like that, but I definitely want to be able to give value to those people who have downloaded the lead magnet. So that is where I have actually gotten the email sequence from Haley on how she does hers, so that I can kind of like tweak mine to be more optometry related, and then I can then pass it, no, not pass it on, but create my own sequence, so that when someone download my lead magnet and they have given me the email, I will be able to send them follow-up emails regarding whether they have used the lead magnet and whether they have found it useful and how we can move forward with it. So yeah, and I would say over this past week especially, there has been a lot of just a lot of like online workshops. Like I have had so many of it over the past 3 or 4 days. I've literally not had more than like 4 hours of sleep in a row for the past week since Tuesday, and also because I think the matter of fact is that, for instance, Christina, or even the Cohere platform, there's a platform that I am using to be hosting all my videos, the community, and all that good stuff. All of them are in the United States, and when it's morning here, it's nighttime over there. So it's really convenient for most of the people there to be awake at what my time would be like midnight onwards. So there was like one day I had a 1 hour call at midnight here with Christina, and then after that there was like a workshop. So which is by the Cohere platform. So it's been taking quite a toll on me, and that's the reason why there has not been really any video updates for the past week. But I managed to sleep in a bit today. I actually went to the pool this morning with my wife, and we had a really nice swim, and then we had coffee after that, and then we came home, had a really nice lunch and all that. So yeah, so things are actually going really well. And also the other thing is that there has been a bit of an update to the setup here that I have in front of me. So I know you guys can't really see what's happening, but I might maybe take a photo of it now so that everyone can see. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so I hope this will be in focus. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, this is the new setup at my desk over here. You can see the mic, yeah, so there is a mic literally just beside me here, as you can see, and then this is where I'm recording you guys from. And then if you see, there's actually like a really small screen that I can see myself here, so that's actually really handy. And then this is this is super big 32-inch Samsung monitor, yeah, that my wife and we actually got one each, because we really like the size of it, because look, working on a 14-inch MacBook, it's actually really tough in a way, and sometimes you might not really be able to see as much things, but when it's much bigger, yeah, it's definitely great. See, yeah, so you can see how much bigger that is. And then over here, if you have a look, this is actually my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I have been using actually a bit more than what I thought I would. and it's great, it's good. And then if you have a look here, oh, that's just the case for the DJI, but there's actually something small if you really have a look at the back of the DJI. So that is actually a recorder. So it's more like a voice recorder. So if I have like meetings or things like that, I can actually record myself, and it can actually create some notes, and then the notes can be converted with AI into like meeting notes in a way. So that's actually pretty useful. But the funny thing is that I have not been using it as much as I thought I would, but I have been using the software that comes along with it. So it has been really good so far. So let me just shift the focus again into me. Okay. Yeah, so that's just a bit of an update about the desk setup. Oh, also, I do have a new chair actually. Alright, this chair, it does go up a bit because one thing my wife and I has realized is that when we're here, when we're looking at the screen, we tend to look up, you know, even for myself, like I'm not super tall or anything, so like when I look here, I would initiate to do this, but now I'm a bit more like, you know, eye level with the screen. Yeah, so that really shouldn't cause any much issues with the back of the neck. Yeah, and probably a bit of an update about what's been going on at work. As some of you guys know, I do work like for a corporate here in Australia, and it's been really great. You know, it's been really rewarding, especially the fact that at work, what's happening is that I am actually starting to train, or maybe I would say kind of like mentor, or just like share my information about myopia management with other optometrists. And three of the optometrists, they are considered still in their first year. So for two of them, they are still within their first couple of months out of university, and for one of them, it's been more than a year that they've been out. So I'm gonna be sharing much more about myopia management with them, and then at the same time also with some of the more experienced optometrists in the store, for those of them who do want to learn a bit more about like orthokeratology, how to fit it, a bit more also about using the software that is used to design the lenses. So that is something that actually I'm really keen and really excited about, because one thing I've realized is that with this software, the tweaks that we can make to the lens itself to make it super customized is just on a different level. So I feel that more and more optometrists should be able to learn this software, should be able to understand how the software works. And also, look, when I started off using this particular program for designing the Ortho-K customized lenses, I was not good at it. And honestly, even now, 4 years on, I feel like I have a good grasp of it, but sometimes my design might not still be the best yet. And that's where, you know, we have our support from the company themselves. There is someone who's actually helping me to design lenses, just to make minor tweaks here and there, just to make it like really, really good, so that when I fit it on my patients, all right, we're gonna get the best result. Yeah, so this has been really exciting over the past week. And yeah, just a bit of an update also, my asthma, I would say, is like 98% gone, and it's been really great. You know, since my previous video, I did share a bit about my experience having to go through like 3 or 4 weeks, or maybe 5 weeks with asthma, and it was not fun. You know, having cough every single like minute or every 2 minutes, you know, that is something that definitely I'm not gonna take for granted for. And that was the one reason why, like this morning, honestly, I actually slept in. Usually I like to wake up like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, or even earlier, like 4 or 5, and hit the gym or go for a run and things like that. But today, because of that inconsistent sleep that I've been having over the past week, I decided to actually sleep in a bit more, and I think I woke up about like 9:40. So when I woke up at 9:40, it was like, should I go swimming or should I not go swimming? But I was like, look, you know what? There are things that you can't really take for granted for, and hence I was like, okay, we are going to go swimming. And hence that's why my wife and I, we just got dressed for the pool, and then we just like head out, and we actually went to a different location this time. It's a really, really beautiful beach pool, I would say. I mean, it's not in the beach, it's like it's like a swimming pool, but it's like near to a beach. So it was a really nice atmosphere, really nice ambience in a way. It was not too crowded, so it was great that we actually got our own lanes and all that. Yeah, so yeah, so just okay, I had no idea how I got there because I was talking about work. Okay, so let's just jump back a bit into it. Yeah, so that's what's going to be happening. I am going to be mentoring some of the optometrists in the store a bit more, because again, I'm like really super passionate just talking about myopia, and every single time I get a patient in my chair who has myopia, like for some reason I just like light up, be it if they're kids or if they're like adults. I always try to ask them like a bit of their story. When they like, the question that I always have to ask is when they first started wearing glasses, and that just one question itself always bring along a conversation, and then they will share with me a bit more about like how they feel their vision has been getting worse over time. And you know what, actually over the past 2 days I've gotten two patients. So two patients, one of them was 22, one of them was 20 years old, and both of them are still having issues with progressive myopia where their vision is still getting worse. The very first patient, her vision actually jumped by 1.25 diopters over a year, and for a 22-year-old, that's actually really, really quick. For the other one, it wasn't too bad, but she was more concerned because her prescription was much higher. So she's definitely in the high myopia range, and her script has gone up by 0.50 over the past year. Now, some of us would kind of argue that, like, yes, that's definitely a bit more than normal in a way. And of course, I want to be able to help the both of them as much as possible. And it's great to know that they themselves actually try to find some options, like, because they themselves want help. They thought their vision is getting worse and they want help. And I feel like all of us optometrists should be equipped with the skills, necessary skills, and to have the confidence to be managing these patients very confidently, because they're still young in my opinion, and there's a lot of things that we can still do, that we can still try to prevent their myopia to get worse over time. Yeah, so with the both of them, I had a chat with them, and they were actually really keen on Ortho-K. Yeah, so it's great that it actually comes from they themselves. Like both of them actually have thought about Ortho-K before. For the first one, who was 22, she knew that she kind of wanted that already, because she actually have read a research paper by herself. She actually went on the internet and Google for ways to prevent her eyes from getting worse, and she actually found the Ortho-K to be one of the effective way. And then the other girl who was 20 years old, she actually wanted to do Ortho-K last year when her prescription was not as high, but she was told by a previous practitioner that her prescription was too high. And I am not sure why the previous practitioner did tell her that, because we know that for orthokeratology, we can actually really do higher prescriptions. Yeah, and her prescription back then was less than -6. So we know that for scripts less than -6, it is still definitely possible. Now her script is like at a 650 on one eye and less than 6 in the other eye. So I told her that, look, maybe they were using a different type of lens back then, but with the new customized lens design that we are using now, we can definitely help her to do Ortho-K. And I think the other benefit of Ortho-K that they really find useful is that they can actually go about their day without glasses or without any daytime contact lenses. They really like this option because for someone who probably has to wear normal contact lenses, they might feel that their eyes get really dry after a long day. And yes, although there's been really good advancement in technology of soft contact lenses these days, with this particular patients, we do want to probably fit them with myopia control soft lenses. And we know that one of them that's on the market at the moment is still using a non-silicone hydrogel lens, and it might not be the best in terms of oxygen permeability, but of course these days even hydrogel lenses are actually pretty good. So yeah, so that's just a bit of thoughts and rant. No, I wouldn't really say rant, but yeah, just a bit of sharing that I want to share with all you guys, a bit about my experience managing myopia over the past week. I feel like it's something that is still underlooked at, and we as optometrists probably can do much more than what we are doing in order to help them in a way. So no matter where we are around the world, all of us have some sort of access to myopia control method, be it by orthokeratology or soft contact lenses, be it with myopia control glasses, or also things like atropine eye drops. And there are even like those emerging treatment these days, like low level red light therapy. So we can see that like there's actually so much that can be done for myopia. And of course, I would say that we're still in the early phases of it. We as optometrists know, like by the year 2050, half of the world is going to be myopic. So what are we really doing to really help this? Because I personally, being short-sighted and being a high myope myself, I feel that I have that responsibility to be able to help, especially kids or really anyone, who's short-sighted and want to find a solution for themselves, to be able to help themselves, for us to be able to help them as much as possible. So yeah, that's it for this video for now. 16 minutes. Okay, so that's not too bad. Yeah, so that's just a bit of my update for this week. And if you guys do have any questions or anything that you want to ask me, although honestly I'm not really sure how many people watch this video, but you can leave it in the comments down below. If not, I hope you guys did manage to get something from a bit about my update about this whole situation today. So take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.